Man, this has been an awesome night. There's so much talent on the stage tonight. The people who went before me weren't half bad either. So I was born and raised in Vegas, and when I was a kid, me and my brothers used to make fun of each other for being gay. My mom she'd get pissed at us. She's like, "Don't call your brother gay, or he's gonna start to believe it." I'm like, I'm pretty sure if that's how you turn people gay, then everyone would be gay. But if I do happen to turn him gay, I'll tell a bunch of straight jokes until he turns back, so fucking relax, Mom. So it was like my goal in life to tell a gay joke that was so funny that my mom couldn't help but laugh at it. So we're about to go to a wedding, and she asked us if we're ever gonna get married. And I was like, yeah, I'll probably get married someday. My little brother's like, nah, I'm never getting married. So I put my hand on his shoulder, I was like, don't worry, one day they'll pass the gay marriage law. And my mom busted up laughing, but now my little brother's gay. And all the straight jokes in the world don't seem to turn him back, so my bad. I had a pretty rough childhood. Like my parents are still together. Like all my friends got to have 2 Christmases, and I only got to have 1. Like I don't want love, I want presents. Did you guys have an imaginary friend when you guys were kids? Yeah. I did. His name was Jesus. I eventually grew out of him, but the funny thing is, like, my parents still play along. Like, I'm not 8 anymore. You guys can drop it. Like, I used to get made fun of at school all the time. They'd be like, oh, is your imaginary friend here right now? And I'd be like, Jesus is everywhere. I try and help out the homeless when I can. I was walking to this McDonald's the other day, and this guy asked me if I could help him out. I was like, oh, yeah, let me get you something inside, and I'll be right back out. And when I came back out, I handed him an application. Like teach a man to fish, right? I believe in equality. Who else? And that is why I punch girls. Like if I took a little off, that'd be sexist, right? Like I was telling my friend this, and he was like, you can't punch girls. They're smaller and weaker than you. That was the most sexist thing I've ever fucking heard. Like I can't hang out with that fucking asshole anymore. Have you guys ever noticed the more street cred someone has, the lower the credit score usually is? Like I can't, I've never killed anyone, but I can get finance for a car. Like he probably can't even get his drug dealer to front him some pot, I don't know, I wasn't really in the comedy mood today. Actually, my girlfriend broke up with me today. But it's okay though, because like I know she's gonna come crawling back to me because I'm the only one that has the antidote. Yeah, I poisoned that bitch. So I used to be a lifeguard, and this is just factual. In the 5 years I lifeguarded, I only saved black people. That's just the facts of the situation. But, but look, I mean, you guys got all the real sports. Like, can you just give us swimming? Like, can we just have that one, Like, I went to try out for basketball, and I was like, all right, 20 spots on the team, 22 black dudes, I'll go get the water. And we were state champs because I kept them super hydrated. It was all because of me. I talk about race a lot in my jokes, and this black guy came up to me last week after one of my sets, and he called me racist. And, and it really pissed me off, like, I'm not racist at all. I give 30 cents a day to some black kid in Africa I've never even met. Like, that dude wouldn't give money to some kid he never met, even if it was his own kid. And court ordered. So I'm at the age now where all my friends are getting married, and they don't really have trophy wives. They kind of got, like, participation award wives, like the wife you get just for playing the game. It's like, but, and all my friends that are married, they're like broken men. Like their wife has them on an Atkins diet. They don't get to get drunk with their friends anymore. And like, worst of all, they don't even have sex with their wives. But if you ask them what the best day of their life is, they'll still say their wedding. And the girl always thinks that's super romantic. But that was just the last day he got to eat cake, get drunk with his friends, and fuck you all in the same night. So there was an article about Justin Bieber in the news recently where he went to the Anne Frank house, and he went through the tour, and at the end of the tour he wrote in the book in the back, like, I wish if Anne Frank was still alive that she'd be a believer, which is a Justin Bieber fan. And everyone thought that was an insensitive thing to write, but I started to think about it. I was like, if Anne Frank was still alive, she'd probably wish Justin Bieber died in the Holocaust. Like a bunch of idiots following another idiot was that got her in the attic in the first place. Have you guys ever seen that movie, Edward Scissorhands? Like, I love that movie, but I gotta think it's gotta suck so bad to be Edward Scissorhands. Like, not because I'd have scissors for hands, but just because I wouldn't have a penis. because I cut it off masturbating. That's a joke, but I guess I had to spell it out for you guys. So back in the day, they used to think when you had a headache that demons were trying to escape from your skull. So they would drill a hole in your head so the demons could escape. You know, and that's just ridiculous to me. But I think it's even more ridiculous that my friends think the cure for alcohol poisoning is to draw a bunch of penises on my face. Like, we had a friend die of alcohol poisoning one time. I was like, I guess we just didn't draw enough penises on his face. But at least his mom had a good laugh when she went to identify the body. So there's a silver lining to that story. My name's Waddle. Thanks for listening to me.